Hey guys, another string review. This time is gonna be tour inspired. It has something in common with Fonseca and Korda. And this is their specific setups. They're using a thicker gauge in mains and thinner gauge string in crosses. Fonseca uses Poly Tour Strike 125 with 120, and Korda is using Alu Power 125 with 120 in the crosses. I tried something inspired. I had some sets lying around, decided to give it a try. I used Tecnifibre Razor Soft 125 paired with 120 in the crosses. So yeah, let's see. I tried to use the same tension as they're using in their rackets, which is 22.5 in mains, 21.5 in crosses, so 1 kilo difference, which is around 50 pounds mains, 48 pounds crosses. Racket I used for this test was one of my favorites, Tecnifibre Tfight 305. No customization with this racket. I play completely stock. I tried modifying it to make it more headlight, basically, because I'm used to playing with heavier but headlight setups. But for some reason the magic was slightly disappearing whenever I added some mass to the Tfight. So yeah, I figured, okay, I just have to play with it in stock form. Regarding this string setup, I would say it is not for me. In theory, we should expect mains to be more responsive, so perhaps a bit better spin, a bit more power, a bit higher launch angle, and in general that was the case while testing this setup. But from 125 mains I was still getting like the most of the benefits, and 120 was just another factor to play with, another variable to change slightly the performance. And similarly to what I experienced with Headspeed Pro racket as a problem in general is the wide range of response from very low to very high in power level. So in this case I would say the power performance, and actually maybe not power itself but the launch angle range, got increased from very low to very high. Low from 125 and high from 120 in the crosses. So depending on the situation or how I accelerate the racket, I was somehow getting the benefits from 125 and on other occasion from 120, and this created a bit erratic response. The performance got a bit unpredictable. Sometimes I was hitting too low to shoot the next ball to the moon. Of course, I am slightly exaggerating the concept here, but just to tell you, it is not my preferred setup, and the reason why is unpredictability. It's quite interesting that those very good players, ATP players, decided to go with this setup. I wonder what was the main deciding factor to really stick to it. With Korda, I believe it could be some health issues, because he's struggling with some injuries, so perhaps he really liked 125 gauge strings, but couldn't handle it, so maybe 120 string just to ease the shock from the ball, maybe make the string bed slightly more forgiving. But I believe for Korda it would be looking for a bit more comfort. Fonseca, maybe because he is still very young, and maybe his team prefers rising intensity slowly, just to keep him safe and injury free. which on tour I believe is one of the biggest struggles. Tfight 305 actually has the same string pattern Fonseca and Korda is using, which is 18-19. Djokovic is using it as well. Agassi is the main face behind this string pattern. Of course, Medvedev as well. It is one of my favorite string pattern next to 16-19. I prefer 18-19 string pattern over the 18-20 just because I'm getting more forgiveness, more spin with similar levels of control. So in theory, yeah, 125 mains, 120 crosses should give the same benefit, right? But it was too much for me. I couldn't handle the wider range of launch angle response. I couldn't really adjust to it. It was just too random. I couldn't understand what the string is trying to give me. On top of that, I feel like Tfight 305 plays best when you're trying to play flat. Even though one less cross string helps you lift the ball, play with shapes, I would use this benefit on defense or kick serves. But it's still a racket for flat hitters, I would say. So increasing the launch angle just by adjusting crosses wasn't benefiting my game. Maybe Tfight is a bit string sensitive because whenever I used thicker gauges like 130, it also became a bit stiff and dead. So the selection of strings you can use in a Tfight is quite short, I would say. Usually I'm sticking around 123 or 127 and 125 being a perfect middle ground. But I try to stay full bed when it comes to the gauge of the string. I know I will probably never again try mixing 125 with 120 gauge because I just don't see the point. I could use full bed 125 and just lower the tension slightly or even lower the tension, the crosses. The options are there. If I'm looking for a bit more forgiveness or a bit more spin or comfort. Yeah. I think it just comes down to predictability and knowing your range of performance, low to high, in power or launch angle. If you feel the range, the power range and launch angle range of your racket and string setup, then you can, as a grinder, stay in a rally forever because you just know how to hit to keep the ball in court. I'm very interested if those players will stick to these setups. I believe if they really wanted to get more spin, more forgiveness, more power, more comfort, I think I would just recommend using a hybrid with natural gut. So yeah, maybe it's just controlling the expenses of your setup. I don't know why those players decided to go with such a hybrid. That's very interesting. And yeah, that's it for the review. Not really a positive one, but I'm trying to be honest. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you can. It really helps me grow. See you soon. Bye.